Okay, now that we've gone through our intro to percentages, we saw that we can express percentages as fractions and kind of the other way around. So really they're one and the same. They're just slightly different ways of expressing the same concept, which is a ratio. So this video we're going to talk about how to convert percentages to fractions. So again, I mentioned this in the previous video, but we'll go through some examples to drive the point home. So percent, again, that just means per 100 or for each 100. So anytime I see something as a percent, I can write it as a fraction out of 100. So here I got 50%, and we're going to write that as 50 out of 100. This is a fine answer. You could write this and be correct, but typically you're going to want to reduce and simplify your fractions if you can. So I see here that I can divide both the numerator and denominator by 50, and I will get 1/2. So 50% converted into a fraction in simplest form is going to be 1/2. 7%, same thing. So anytime I see percent, that's for each 100. So I'm going to have 7 for each 100. And then I'm going to simplify this fraction. And there are no numbers that can evenly go into 7 and 100. So this is our most simplified fraction from 7%. So 7% as a fraction is 7 out of 100. All right, here we go with some examples. So I got 25% up here. So again, just write that as a fraction out of 100. So 25% is 25 over 100. And I can divide both the numerator and denominator by 25. And I will get 1/4, or 1/4, or a quarter. So sometimes you'll hear percentages have specific names, like 25% is a quarter. If you're 25% of the way finished with a football game, you've made it through 1/4. That's why they're called quarters. Okay, 10%, same thing. So 10 out of 100. Then I'm going to divide both the top and bottom by 10. 10 divided by 10 is 1. 100 divided by 10 is 10. So 1/10. 10% is 1/10 in fraction form. 1%, just do 1 over 100. And I can't simplify that any further, so we will leave that as our answer. All right, 100%, well, that's going to be 100 out of 100. And when your numerator and denominator are the same, or you have the same number over the same number, it just equals 1. So 100% simplified, its most simplified fraction is just 1. All right, 75%, again, 75 out of 100. I can divide both of those numbers, 75 and 100, by 25. 75 divided by 25 is going to be 3, and then 100 divided by 25 is 4, so 3/4. Again, if you think about it, we're 75% of the way through a football game. We've gone through 3 quarters, 3/4. All right, 18%, again, 18 out of 100. And I can divide both the numerator and denominator by 2, since they're even numbers. We'll see if we have to keep going. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 100 divided by 2 is 50. And we can't go any further than that. So 18% in fraction form is 9 over 50. All right, 90%, again, 90 out of 100. I can divide both the numerator and denominator by 10. So I'll get 9 out of 10. And the last one here, 35%, 35 over 100. And I can simplify both the top and bottom number by 5, which is going to give me 7 over 20. I can't go any further, so 35% is 7/20.